Hello.
Hi guys, just while we're setting up, we'll do an embargoed section for this for the daily newspapers for Monday. So if those at the back, if anyone's streaming it, if they could just be aware of that, I'll give it a few seconds. Wait till we'll settle down. Last one, there we go. Dave?
Jurgen, you probably had enough chances to win a few matches today, to be honest.
Thank you. Yes, that's why I'm still not in the perfect mood, I would say. So it's feels strange, feels wrong, but it's a fact. We drew, and a lot of parts of the game I was really happy with. It was, we made 7 changes, but it was still really fluent. It looked like proper football. Offensive football, dominant football, possession football, how it should be. We created moments you cannot create in each situation, a finishing situation, but we did it absolutely often enough. It could have been more often, of course, because one better decision here or there, then we would have had a few more. But it was the best game against Burnley since I'm in. So obviously not result-wise, but performance-wise for sure. Unlucky in the, I'd say, in and around the penalty situation. For me, it's a penalty. Cannot change this, even when I saw now the pictures back after the game. But then we still have the chance to score. But unfortunately, we hit the crossbar. So obviously, Fortuna didn't wear a Liverpool shirt today. And yes, and then they had their two. Don't want to ignore this. Then had their 2 headers. In the end of the game, that would have been typical a little bit for us if they would have scored in these situations. But it was a very disciplined performance of the opponent and a very also disciplined of my side. Yes, and then there's 1 goal. That's where we have to improve most. To switch the mood in the being offensive, do all the time, and then there's one situation, little block here, and then we miss Mr. Anfield, so and he can, or forget him, and he can score then. So yeah, it doesn't feel good. That's what I can say.
Can I ask quickly about Coutinho?
He did well,
Yeah, he got better as the game went on as well for him.
Yeah, that's normal. He needs rhythm, so that's good. At the end, we didn't want to change him, but he looked a little bit confused around when we brought the subs on, because I asked him, he was thumb up, and then obviously when they got the drinks in this little interruption, then we had then he said, okay, it's only a cramp, but maybe better to stop, and then we had to change this.
Well, for the guys for tomorrow, for Sunday?
Yeah, just the goal that you conceded, could you have done better with that? I mean,
yes, thought I answered that already. I don't know exactly anymore. I think it was just a long ball. Yes, could have Trent won the first header challenge. Yes, then the block on Joel. Difficult to do it better, because the defender cannot do exactly the same, because then it's a foul. I'm not sure, but was it already in the box or for sure around the box? He did it in 500 other situations really well. Ruggie was there to protect the situation, but the ball bounced in the wrong direction. It's difficult to judge. And then Robbo, yeah, he knows that he could have seen Anfield earlier. So that's how it is. But he goes in between. It was a bouncing ball. Well, they are quicker. They are more used to these situations, and they do it more often, and that's what they're working for. And yes, he hits the ball perfect. It was not even that he needed a few touches. So it was a good goal of them. So absolutely. But yes, it would have been. We could have defended it much better.
Steve,
has it been one of the more frustrating weeks of your time here, given the way that? The Seville result went, and now this one, and on a heavy defeat at City.
Yes, okay, result-wise, you're right. But honestly, I'm as a person, I'm not like this. So if I can get over the few really, in my opinion, more than unlucky situations today, then it's my job to see the performance, and we reacted really well. And I think that why we feel so disappointed or frustrated, because we all see obviously what this team would be able to do. 7 changes and playing that kind of football is not. Nobody should take that for granted. So that's pretty rare. So that's good. So obviously we have quality, and now we have to use this quality consistently. That should be the plan, and that we have still space to improve. For improvement, yeah, that was clear before the season. But we could have won pretty much all our games so far, when you think about the performance. So, and that's a very important thing. So we have quite a good form or shape. We didn't win all of them, and we lost one really high, but everybody who was there, it was also a strange game. It was not that we performed from the first second like you would imagine if somebody lose 5-0. And yes, we have to improve. But a lot of really positive things in the side. Unfortunately, I still don't feel any positivity in this moment. So I'm still in the 1-1 mood. So, but it's easy to see all the positive things from tomorrow on again, and they are there. And now we go to Leicester, and then we go to Leicester, and then we go to Moscow, and then I'm not sure. Newcastle, I think. Is it Newcastle already? Manchester, maybe. I'm not sure. So we have a few games, and then and if we can keep the shape and improve the other things, I think everybody saw already we can be really strong. We have to be strong. I know that, but we really can be strong then too.
When you see teams like Manchester City winning 6-0 away at home today and extending the lead at the top, does that make a day like today even more hard to swallow?
No, I don't. How can I compare? Then obviously they took a lot of confidence out of our game, unfortunately for us. But yeah, it's like it is. So we all have, we all, and also the other teams will have moments in a season when it's a little bit more difficult to go through. That's completely normal. But yeah, we will. I really think, and we should not compare with other teams. I understand again, and I know the reasons why maybe a lot of people are doing that. But we have our way, and it's not the worst.
Next bit's under embargo till 10:30.